episode 3 of the 2019 New Esports pre-season interview series takes us to West Wallsend. We catch up with a couple of the new signings, talk to the under-19s grand final winning captain Cal Melville, and of course catching up with the brand new head coach Brendan Slade's in the house at Johnston Park to discuss all things Bluebells in 2019. We also catch up with Alex Lowe to talk about things behind the scenes and the future of the club. And there's a bit of a crossbar challenge to finish things off. Let's head to Johnston Park. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the New Esports 2019 pre-season interview series. That's becoming a mouthful after a few episodes already. If you can't tell from the blue and the trophies in the background, we're here at West Wallsend, Johnston Park, the oldest ground in the competition. They've been here since the 1890s. And after the grand final last year in first grade, and obviously a lot of success in the youth teams, we're going to catch up today with the brand new head coach Brendan Slade, as well as a few other personalities around the team. Let's get into it. Alright, we're here at West Wallsend. First interview is with Redman. How's things going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad actually. New club this year, so excited to be back and looking forward to playing with the boys out here.
Yeah. Kind of an interesting pre-season for you. You've been talking to town a little bit. You want to discuss anything or just move on?
No, not really. Basically just wanted to come out here and play with a few mates, and that was why I did what I did, and had nothing to do with money. It was just wanted to come out here with friends.
No, fair enough. I think everyone's moved on anyway. There's a few people on Facebook who enjoy a little bit of a laugh. You're not going for the Wallsend goalkeeper spot, no?
No. Or the Cessnock one either.
Okay. So. The Cessnock 19s one?
Yeah, no, I can't do that. Too old,
yeah.
I think.
Alright. Sort of what's the feeling here at Westie so far this pre-season?
Yeah, good vibe actually. Going to have 2 strong senior squads, plus a lot of youth coming through as well. Yeah. So all over the park, all grades, going to be strong in all fields. So a lot of competition up there, and it's healthy competition. That's what you need at the club. So looking forward to seeing what the season brings. Yeah. Is it good to sort of be back on the same team as your brother again? Oh, he looks up to me, so he's following in my shadow. I'm not following in his.
He said it was the other way around, actually. I think I noticed a comment the other day.
Yeah, he says that a lot, but I'm the older brother, so yeah. No, it's good to be back here and get him under my wing again, so it's good.
Yeah. Tough couple of years out there at Toronto. Like, it was obviously, it started well last season, and then players dropped off. And you think they're sort of on the rebound this year? You think there's potential there that Toronto can have a good year?
Certainly, I do. Even last year, the squad we had, could have potentially done really well.
Yeah.
The club itself was really good. They looked after myself and the players, and everyone there was really great. So don't have any bad rats on them. They're a great club and still get along with everyone out there, which is good.
Yeah. I'm not too sure on a pre-season schedule here, but you've obviously got some games booked in. You've got the Heritage Cup. You're just keeping yourselves busy?
Yeah, we've got a lot of games actually coming up. So Heritage Cup's a big one. We've got the Finn Carney Memorial game, which will be another big day between us and Barnsley.
Got the trophy right here, yeah? There it is.
So yeah, that'll be a big game. That, as I said, it's down at Barnsley against them, and I'm pretty sure it's like a 6 o'clock kickoff or something.
Yeah. What's it like working with Slade so far?
Yeah, good. He's come in and obviously knew a few of the boys from coaching against us, but he slotted in really well. Gets along with everyone, so that's what you can ask for from a coach. Yeah.
Is there a feeling here this year to sort of push on? Obviously, a lot of the players were getting involved at grand final last year. I guess they want to be back there again and maybe winning it this time.
That's definitely the goal. Make the top 4 first and foremost. And once it gets into the postseason, once you're there, it's anyone's game. So top 4 first, and then we'll just take it week by week. But grand final will be the one to win.
Yeah. Is there sort of do goalkeepers in this competition? Do they sort of do you watch the other keepers and see what they're doing and see what you're up against? Like, is it?
Not really. No, I don't really watch any of the keepers in our comp, to be honest. Even in the NPL, I don't really base my game around any of those keepers either. Watch a lot of things on the internet. Also look at the guys that have coached me in the past too. Especially at Edgeworth, I was pretty fortunate enough to have the likes of Dean Conway that played at Edgeworth for 10 years longer. You even had Ben Smith there, so I've got two really great mentors there that I've had over the past few years, and it's always good to check back in with them as well every now and then.
Yeah. Obviously, it's good to be back here at Westie. You were here a few years ago.
I was here a few years ago. Sort of went through a bit of a tough time there as well, but the club rebounded from that too, and look at where the club is now. It's a lot healthier than it was back then.
Yeah, completely agree. Might ask a couple of funny questions. There's some funny guys here. Who's your funniest teammate?
Ooh, funniest teammate?
If you can pick one.
Honestly, they'd probably have to go with Clarkie. Clarkie's pretty funny. Then again, you look at Beach. Beach looks like Smeagol as well out of Lord of the Rings. So if you're going to go for funny looks, it'd be him. But as for a funny person, Clarkie.
Yeah. Poster boy of the team?
Poster boy of the team. Don't really know actually. I haven't really noticed anyone to be the poster boy of the team. But if you're going on, I suppose, physique, probably Oliveri, the big dog.
Yeah, he gets his name out there, doesn't he?
Oh, he doesn't mind it. So, yeah, probably the big dog.
The funny thing is, he's the first West Wallsend captain to get to a grand final in 10 years. So that would have been a pretty big achievement for him last year, the big dog.
Yeah, he's been enjoying his time out here last few years, as a bunch of the other boys have been as well. There's a pretty tight-knit group there, and to sort of fit in, you've got to get along with them as well. So might be that they're taking the mickey out of you to begin with, or they just like to have a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't think you can pick one. Who's the party animal of the team? I don't think there's one. I think there's a good 30 or so here.
Mate, it's not really the party animal or anything like that. It's just a good culture. Yeah. It's just a cultural thing. So you look back, 10 years ago, it was you'd play football, have a good time, and then you'd head out with your friends. So yeah, it's just a culture.
Who would be your most disliked team in the competition?
Most disliked team? Mate, cross that white line, all of them. So yeah, every single team out there.
Yeah. Don't have one in particular, no?
Nah, not one in particular. Beat them all.
Yeah. First game of the season here at West Wallsend is against Bell Swans, grand final rematch. Is there obviously a feeling that's going to be some way to open the season?
Look, first and foremost, we're probably looking at more so the Heritage Cup at the moment.
Yeah.
And obviously the Fincarni Cup as well. And we'll address that once we come into the first week. Obviously, being a grand final rematch, it's something you want to win. I wasn't here last year, so a lot of these boys have still got the heartache from that too. But yeah, it'd be definitely it'd be good to start off with the 3 points, put it that way.
Rightio. Last question, I'll ask about the Heritage Cup. Obviously, looking forward to that. You didn't play in that last year at Toronto. Toronto will be in that in a couple of years' time. What's the feeling going into that, playing against teams like Edgeworth, other big...
Feeling's good. You can always get a scale on things, where you're at, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. We want to go as far as we can in that, hopefully win that. Obviously, it's going to be a big task, especially with those NPL teams, but anything's possible, especially in those sort of competitions. Pre-season competitions are always pretty good, so yeah, see how far we go and hopefully take it out.
All right, thank you very much.
No worries, not a problem.
This season. Next interview here is Cal Melville. How's things going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. Not too bad.
Yeah, you'd be playing 23s this year, if I'm not mistaken, or?
Yeah, I assume so.
Too old for 19s?
Yeah, so I can't drop back.
How's it been over the last few years, sort of coming through the 17s and 19s and now moving into the senior squad? Been a bit of a journey?
Yeah, it's been a really good journey. Very strong club culture here, obviously, which is good. Always felt welcome coming back from NPL, and then just mainly to play with the boys. Got quite a few mates out here, so
yeah,
no, that's good.
There are indeed a few mates. compared to any other club, there's been so many clubs, where the 19s they'll come and go. This team has been together and will continue to be together.
Yeah.
Is there sort of that culture, I guess, is what helps you win the grand final last year and have that success over the last few years?
Yeah, 100%. It's all about like mateship, I guess, and the culture of the club. Everyone wanting to play for each other constantly. So it's good. It definitely helps out. Make sure everyone puts in.
Yeah. Obviously, it would have been a very emotional grand final win last year. You probably don't need to tell the story of how emotional it was, but how much did it mean to every player? Like everyone that would have meant the world.
It seemed like it sort of got to the point where it wasn't acceptable to lose it.
Yeah.
They just wanted to do it that badly.
Yeah.
So, and just the relief that we did it for Jared. Just it was all we could really do in the situation, sort of help things and do the best we could, and thankfully got the job done.
Yeah. We'll touch on the 19s comp really quickly. There are a few players still in that team. Do you think they'll go again this year? Obviously, it's still a very strong team.
Yeah, I think they're shaping up pretty well. If they perform to their potential, then it'll be very hard to stop.
Yeah. And on potential, the 23s, the last couple of years, it has been a bit inconsistent. Obviously, the year before last, they made it to the grand final. Last year sort of fell away. Is there, sort of an idea this team wants to perform and push for first grade?
Yeah, 100%. Like everyone's looking for spots, but we've got a lot of new players and whatnot, so you don't really know where everyone sits at the moment and what the squad's going to look like. But we'll get that in the coming weeks.
Much difference working with the new coaches compared to Rowe and the gang last year?
Not too much. It's a bit more structured this year, which is good. Still same approachable bloke, so far good comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems pretty experienced. So.
Who would be your funniest teammate here?
Funniest teammate? Kyle Clark's a bit of a pest.
That's exactly what Redman said.
Yeah, likes a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd probably put him up there.
Poster boy of the club.
Poster boy of the club. I don't know. Ryan Cole's probably a bit of a star, going around, or always talking up a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, don't really know.
Yeah. Big Dog got a run from Redman.
Yeah, the skipper. He's always going to be up there.
Yeah. Who's probably your most disliked team in the competition, if you have one?
So the rivalry between us and Cooks Hill's pretty stiff.
Yeah.
That'd probably be it, I'd say.
Everyone's saying
it's
Cooks
always
Hill, right?
Yeah, always good game, good hard match. So.
What are you expecting from the 23s comp this year? Like looking around the clubs, obviously not a lot has been said yet, which is honestly, a bit strange.
Yeah, honestly don't know too much about it. I haven't really heard anything. Who's playing where and what's going on, so don't know what. Have to wait and see come first round.
Yeah. Obviously the aim is to get Westie in the top four and hopefully win a grand final though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Very best of luck.
Thank you,
mate.
Cheers.
Next interview here at West Wallsend, new signing, Trent Partridge. How's things going?
Yeah, so far so good, man. Just pretty hot, obviously, with the summer heat, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Slade's obviously got just went through your paces and now doing a bit of ball work. Is the intensity sort of rising slowly?
Slowly getting there. I think, yeah, like I said, just with the heat, like, obviously we can do the best that we can. And,
yeah.
But in terms of, like, little general, like, brilliant bits of play, like, it's there, so I'm sure Westie will be a competitive team like they were last year, so hopefully good things ahead for the future.
I'm not sure when your first trial match is. You've obviously got the Heritage Cup, you've got the game against Barnsley. There's some big games coming up in pre-season.
Yeah, apparently we've got a trial game after Australia next week against Western 20s. I don't know if it's in the works or whatever, but apparently. But a few good trial games coming up. Should be good. Get out for all of us. So.
Obviously it's early days, but how are things sort of comparing here to last year at Ford? Much difference?
No, nothing really at all. No different really. I think obviously like it's good that players have that winning mentality, even at Thornton and even some players here.
Yeah.
But no, not really much difference at all, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously you come back here to play with mates and...
Yeah, just more closer to home and more mates, and got a few mates that come to the games every weekend and stuff like that. But nothing against Thornton. Like, Thornton's a great club, great people still.
Yeah.
But yeah, Westie just closer to home and still a great club to be at as well.
If I remember correctly, you were getting a lot of banter here last year during the semi-final.
Yeah, a few of my mates and a few people I went to school with and that, yeah.
I think they were right next to me down there on the fence line.
Yeah. On positivity and negativity, copped it from both ends really, so. But
Yeah.
it was good to be a part of regardless of results, but yeah, no matter what, you're always going to get it here at West Wallsend, no matter what.
Yeah. Obviously, it would have been a bit, wouldn't say strange, but you would have understood last year the emotions that were going through West Wallsend during the semi-finals.
Yeah.
You'd obviously...
Yeah, from knowing like the locals that have been involved here for years, like they can tell you from past plays as well, but Westie's just got that never say die attitude.
Yeah.
You can't count them out until the final whistle, so as you can see in the second half of the second leg when I was at Thornton, like just that never say die attitude, they just keep pushing, they keep like nicking at you, like they just do whatever they can to grind and crawl their way through, but it's just it's the Westie never say die attitude that gets over the line.
Actually, funny enough, I watched the Ty Jones goal the other day with the commentary and everything. That has to be one of my favourite moments I've ever been able to call.
Yeah, one thing, just once I seen him hit it, I just knew straight up it was going in, and then just seeing him run to the crowd and all see it blue and Thornton, because it hurt at the time.
Yeah.
It certainly did hurt at the time and after the game, but it was a good finish, and I was hoping Westie would win, but only because it's a local side, but other than that, it was just a good but hard time to go through at the time when he scored, but very good.
Obviously, there'd be a lot of hunger amongst this group to go one better this year after missing out on the grand final last year.
Yeah, considering like how they party most after games anyway, but like in terms of like winning it, I can only imagine what this place would end up.
I think it'd be on lockdown for about a week or two.
Yeah, community centres, everything. Police, you name it, but
Yeah.
But like, I think everyone's obviously keen to play again, and obviously go that one step further. And Slade's got this attitude: no matter what challenge we come up against, we try and win everything.
Yeah.
Any game, whether training, just got to win it.
Yeah.
Have that mentality anyway.
You obviously were here a few years ago, if I'm not...
Yeah, 2013 was my last year here.
Yeah.
That's it, when I last played here. First year in UFM and we come fourth, but we got a speed by Adams down.
Yeah.
So
obviously a lot has changed at this club since then. Like, you've probably been pretty impressed with what you've seen here, especially coming through the juniors and the way this ground's sort of been built up over the years.
Yeah, well, when I was last here, like Bobby the groundsman, like even back then he's done a tremendous amount of work here, and just going through as the years have gone on, like since Jason's come on board and a few of the juniors that are progressing, like even their parents are getting involved. Like in terms of volunteers, this club's got a fair few of it, but still in a way we've still got to work every day, which the committee's doing, like Lowe and whoever's involved with that. But since I last been here, it's improved 100% out of sight, without a doubt. It's only getting better.
Yeah. So there's real intention. You've obviously come back here to play with mates, but you've come back here to win. Yeah,
it's just a great club, great spirit, and it's just a great historic club to play for. And as you can see, all the trophies and all that.
There are a fair few trophies.
And just the spirit, the aura about it. It's just a great place to be in a way.
Yeah. How do you find working with Slade so far?
Yeah. Very good, very good. He's a lot similar to Gary, in terms of as in Gary won, in terms of his football brain and football technique, so to speak, and stuff. But no, in general, off the field, you can get along with him, have a chat with him.
Yeah.
Just a nice, normal bloke, as if you would go to the pub with him. So, very good fella.
Talking about the pub, there's a few players here that would like a trip to the pub.
Yeah.
Who would be the biggest party animal if you could pick one?
Party animal. Probably Bailey Jensen, from what I've seen on Facebook and Snapchat over the years. So he can full of drink and whatnot, but no, he's certainly someone to be around in terms of like getting through the good times and stuff with partying wise, but yeah, he'd have to be for sure.
He'd probably be in the running for the next one. Who'd be the funniest teammate here?
It'd have to be between probably, again, Bailey. There's just 3 people, I reckon. Bailey, Jensen, Sam Holt and Jared Olivier. Like even just a couple of sessions so far, they're always saying funny stuff before training and during afterwards.
The big dog actually, I think he's refused an interview.
Stage
Again,
fright, supposedly.
This is twice now that he's done this. We'll get him.
He's a sensitive big boy. Yeah. I think we'll get him eventually. See how we go.
Yeah. If there's one team in the competition you dislike the most, who would that be? Hard question.
Dislike. I wouldn't say dislike, but like in terms of like versing them and just you're in for a hard game in general, probably Bell Swans because like obviously they've got very good players and very tough side like physically and they can play a bit of football as well. So I'd have to say Bell Swans, but there's still a few good guys out there that I like and get along with, but they'd have to.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just versing them no
Most
matter
people
what.
are saying Cooksill, but Bell Swans are definitely a tough team to play.
Yeah.
I remember one game last year, Fortin versus Bell Swans up there. That was probably the best I've seen the Redbacks play in a while. That was a really good game.
Yeah, I think that was probably our best game all year last year in terms of like controlling it from start to finish.
Yeah. The one thing that probably plagued Fortin last year was inconsistency, and it was the same here. Like you just want to start the season with a bang, and you got Bell Swans in round 1. So there's that test for you.
Yeah, that's it. Hopefully, what they do every year, they go through that little bit of a slump.
I can't see that happening.
But yeah, but once Bell Swans get going, like they're a pretty hard team to stop. Obviously, with Mick out there in charge now, he'll get them going. Like pretty tough going side. So, but
he was pretty intense at training the other night. I'll tell you that.
I can only imagine I know what he was like as a player. So he can only be a better coach, if I'd say so. But yeah, like Bell Swans round 1, definitely be a tough game, especially being a grand final rematch. But hopefully, Westie's just that little bit keener on it.
Yeah.
Trying to get payback, so to speak.
I'll finish by asking about the Heritage Cup, obviously coming up. What's it going to be like playing against some of the big teams, Edgeworth, Adamstown, those sort of clubs?
It'd be a good challenge, like just to kind of obviously to see like where New FM kind of sits on par with NPL, but it'd be good to have a crack at the best players in Newcastle, Northern New South Wales, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, no, it'd be pretty good, depending who we verse. I'm pretty excited no matter what.
Alright, all the very best of luck, mate. Thank you for catching up.
Same with you too.
Next up here at West Wallsend, we have the incoming head coach, Brendan Slade.
Thanks, Ty.
How's things going, mate?
Yeah, really good, mate. Really good. Bloody hot, steamy night here tonight. So boys are still loving it. They're out there having a kick and having a laugh. So it's good signs. Yeah.
Big difference here, especially compared to Lambton and Cessnock, is that this ground faces west, so you're going to have to get used to that.
Exactly. Yeah, there is a slight breeze out there though off the M1, which is pretty handy. Yeah. But the pitch is looking fantastic. Nice and lush.
Is this your, how many sessions back is this now for the...
We had the 4-week block before Christmas and we had the one trial game against Charlestown.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fitness levels not too bad. They looked after themselves, during the Christmas break. Yeah, no, they're looking good out there.
You can never be sure if they're going to look after themselves over that break.
Exactly right. The Westie boys, they like to party and they play for with their mates and it shows.
Yeah. You've had an interesting journey over the last couple of years. Obviously, leaving Lambton and going to Cessnock. For whatever reason, it just didn't work out up there.
Yeah, had a fantastic time up there. It was a rebuild up at Cessnock, and the boys did extremely well with Ando, the captain, and with Ando we got a few good players up there. So yeah, 7 wins, 5 draws was a bit better than the previous few years with Cessnock. Yeah. So yeah, I think Bell Swans won it with 9 wins. So it was a funny old season last year.
Yeah.
But no, I love the area. I love the training sessions were brilliant. The numbers, were great. Still got really close friends with Cessnocks, and I still keep really tight with them.
Yeah. There's definitely no hard feelings. You're
not at
hoping
all.
that club can rebound again this year.
Love to see him go well again. It was Skip O'Hearn's birthday yesterday, so wished him all the
Happy
best.
birthday, Skip.
Yeah, he's still going around too. Yeah, good club, good people.
Yeah. I say every club needs someone like Skip.
Oh yeah,
He's that sort of guy.
Yeah, they're priceless. Yeah.
What's the main differences? Is there any differences here at Westie compared to Cessnock so far that you've noticed, or?
Pretty similar, like the camaraderie amongst the boys. They're all pretty tight-knit bunch, where, the guys at Cessnock come from a lot of ex-Western players, so they're all mates. So, yeah, it's very, very similar sort of feel.
Yeah. How's it been sort of working? Obviously, the committee have done a lot of hard work over the years here. How's things going with them so far?
Oh, yeah.
Introduce yourself.
The committee are fantastic with Jason and, the rest of the crew. The hours they put in the club and, what they've done to the club was looking pretty bad there, 5 years ago? 5 years? Yeah, so... Yeah, with the committee and with Rowie last year, it's just fantastic effort, what they've done, and they've... Westie's back.
It's not just the committee, it's also Bob and the guys that have worked on the ground over the years. Like, this is looking fantastic here tonight.
Yep. There's a lot of helpers in the club. And you need those guys.
How's things looking for trial matches? Obviously, you've got the Heritage Cup. You've got Barnsley in the Carney Cup up there. Looking forward to those matches?
Yeah, we've got a few locked in. We've got Vallow down here at Johnson Park, all 3 grades.
Yep.
So that'll be a good one for us. Heritage Cup. I think it's a great setup. I really enjoyed it last year. I know the players for Westie out there, they're keen. They can't wait for it to start up. So, good little tester for the season opener to play against NPL clubs.
Yeah. Now, I've heard a bit of a rumour that the Heritage Cup is expanded this year. It's obviously not confirmed, but it will be. I think it's going to be bigger than the last few years. There's more teams coming in as well, so is it good to sort of not have to hopefully play all those games on one weekend?
Yeah, last year was a bit hard, playing double header there in the hot weather.
Yeah.
At Adamstown Oval, so it's good to break it up a little bit, I think, and have more teams playing. Yeah, but it's definitely a pretty popular format.
Yeah. Now, you'd probably be going in with the intention of winning?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I said to the boys at the start of the season, whatever we do, even if it's a game of marbles, you play to win. I think these guys they have that mindset, they play to win. Yeah.
It's all about consistency in this league. Obviously, Bell Swans last year showed that you don't have to win every game, but as long as you're in the race, you'll be there when the time comes. Obviously, this team fell 1 game short. There'd be a real intention to go one further and win the competition this year.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the first things that I said to the team when I first met them was there's always improvement, and that's to win it next year. And also with the youth grades doing so well, we want every grade to make finals again.
Yeah.
And to go one better and get everyone winning finals. Yeah.
Yeah. That would probably be a big thing here at Westie compared to other clubs. The youth team's been so successful. They do show up and support the first graders and the senior squad, so it's good to sort of have that whole club mentality.
Yeah, it's a really tight-knit club, and with the committee, they put that forward that the youth grade has to come along and support the senior sides on the following day. I've got to, what I've seen here, I've got to give credit to the coaching staff. The coaching staff in the youth grade is fantastic. I know Gary Ellis, I've known him for years now, and he's going for four grand finals this year, I think it is. And I don't know, they're just fantastic coaches there. Chris Stoddard's got the 14s this year, and of course Tomo with the 19s. Some quality coaches there.
I mean, Tomo is probably capable of being a head coach easily. But...
Yeah, easy. Yeah, he's a brilliant coach.
Yeah.
Tons of experience, which you need, and players definitely feed off him. Yeah.
You feeling a little bit of pressure, sort of? You come in here. Gary Rowe was obviously here for a long time, and you feeling any pressure, sort of living up to his footing?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I just looked at the results. You know, Gary was here 4 years, and he slowly just ground his way up, got more players come in, but his results got better every year, I noticed. So,
Yeah.
which is, it's sort of the same thing I would like to do. Yeah, I'm not expecting miracles the first year, but I've got a pretty good side out there, 2 good senior sides. So I just said to the boys, we put in the effort, and hopefully we can be consistent.
I've spoken to a couple of the players. The draw is pretty tough. You've got to hit the ground running. You've got Bellswans in round 1.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. But I just think anyone can win it this year. Whoever's consistent. Singleton had a really good season. They fell away at the back end of the season, but even Cessnock, the team we put together last year, they could have a really strong season as well. They've gained some more players, which is great for them. Anyone can win. Yeah.
You don't have any particular team that you dislike, or no?
Nah, there's no one that we dislike. One big happy family, I think, the new FM comp. So, nah.
I don't know about that either. There's a few out there that are... No, you've always been... You're one of those coaches that are regarded as just a nice guy. But you can be, you can lay down the law when you want to.
You've got to be a bit fiery when you have to be, but... I just play. I still coach because the way I used to play it because I enjoyed it. So it keeps me happy and keeps me young in mind.
Yeah, you've obviously been involved with the sport for a while in this area. You're seeing this competition improving? Like, it's obviously still a fair way behind the NPL, but it's improving.
I'm not sure. I was just thinking about that last night. Actually, like when I grew up, I had. Halpins and there was a lot of great, and Lowe's David Lowe, they were around about my age bracket, and Shane Price, the captain of Perth Glory and the Jets, I don't know, I guess it's sort of probably levelling out a bit. I wouldn't say it's improving, but I'm not sure.
Do you think that's what it needs, is some more sort of big experienced players to come in? It's hard obviously when the NPL's
definitely
so big now.
Yeah, we're starting to see more NPL players drop back into the UFM, which is great. They're not just giving the game away, they're coming back and they're making our comp stronger, which is, it's a great comp. It's not too, not top heavy with a couple of sides. I think it's starting to even out now.
Yeah. Oh, there was a few years ago, Adamstown, Mayland, games that were 9-0 in the semi-final and whatnot. So
I don't think you'll see that as much now.
No, hopefully not.
No.
Who's the funniest squad member you got?
Funniest squad member?
There'd be a few, I think.
There's a few characters. Still early days, That's a hard one, actually. Oh, no, I'll put Redders out there, maybe.
Yeah.
Trent Partridge, there you go. He'd probably top the list, Trent.
He was a known sort of pest at Fortnum now.
I'm glad to have him. When he came to me and said he'd like to join Westie, I was very excitable that day. I thought, wow, okay, come on board.
And the good thing compared to other clubs is these guys are coming here to play with their mates. Obviously not just for fun, but to win things as well. But it's just that tight culture, like they want to come here and play.
Exactly right. The club's still find it tough financially. It's going to be a slow grind to get the club back up, with a bit of money in the bank. But like you said, the players are here. They want to play with their mates, and they can see there's going to be success, more success to come in the next few years. And it's pretty good to see them play with their mates actually, and not just chasing money.
You're not going to put any crazy promises about where you're going to finish on the table or anything like that, no?
Nah, I couldn't do that.
Not one of those coaches.
Not one of those guys, no way. No, it's too much pressure on yourself.
Alright, well, all the very best for season 2019, and
thanks, Tom.
Welcome to West Wallsend.
Thanks for all your help, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
See you, mate.
Alright, next up, here at West Wallsend, we have Alex Lowe. Not too sure on your actual social media.
I do a little bit of everything. 15s coach.
Yeah, that too.
Do the social media on the committee. Help around the ground here and there, and just try and do what I can. So a bit of a jack of all trades, I guess.
Yeah. How's things looking so far in pre-season?
Yeah, well, I mean, for seniors, I've only been to a couple of sessions, but they've looked pretty sharp, and everybody's looking like they're raring to go, which is really good. And with the youth, we've been training a bit longer. We did probably a 6-week block before Christmas down at Holmesville at our new ground there, and They've been back in for a week or two as well, so it's looking good. And we've got our youth first trial games coming up this week against Lakes, so looking forward to see how they go.
Yeah, obviously a lot of work went in getting that ground at Holmesville.
Yeah, well, it's been spoken about. I think a few years ago we were looking at maybe going down there, but it didn't quite happen for whatever reason. But it's basically been sitting there for quite a while, virtually unused. So it was time that someone sort of took over it, and we were looking for space because we've been sharing with the junior club down there for a little while, and so we've gone down there, and there's still plenty of work still to be done to get it to where we want it. But it's good to have sort of 2 full pitches to use. So yeah.
Probably one thing that separates this club the most is the fact that the youth is so strong, and not just so strong, but they're keen to support the club, give back and get to the first grade games, and it's a real good culture here.
Yeah, it's something that we definitely try to enforce all the time, is that continuation and sort of involving the whole club at all of our events and that sort of thing. So I know especially with Jason, he's really big on, like with our presentation night being a one full night rather than split into youth and senior, because we want everyone to feel welcome and part of the club and show that progression. And it's the same with our coaches, right the way through. I've got my eye on the team below, and Gary, the 17s coach, has his eye on my team, and Tomo has and Jeff have their eyes on Gary's team and so forth, and that's why we see those kids go through, which is, I think, been pretty successful.
Yeah, there's been a big bunch sort of come through 17s at first year of the 17s, then into 19s now. Guys like Cal Melville playing 23s. That's obviously got to be good to see.
Yeah, definitely, and it's interesting to sort of see, because I was actually playing when they sort of came in still, so to see them grow. I mean, Cal was already like 6'6" when he came in here, but it's good to see the progression. There's a lot of faces out there that have been here for a long time, and also some faces that have come back after a year or two away, which is really good.
Yeah.
And again, it shows those young kids that if you stick with it, we can push you right through the grades, ideally. So yeah.
So that would be the intention, have some of these younger players, 13s, 14s, 15s, to maybe one day be first graders here at West Wallsend.
Oh, definitely. I think so. And I think there's a lot that have a considerable amount of talent. We're seeing just now into the 19s, a lot of those guys that have had a couple of years with Gary in the 17s. A lot of the guys in the 17s team that are there now. I think I've coached something like 9 or 10 of Gary's players that he's got now this year in his 17s. So definitely we want to see that progression keep going. You mentioned like Cal Melville, someone like Josh Knight's been around for a few years, since he was sort of 17, 18, playing right through the grades, and there is that sort of message to the kids that if they're good enough, they're old enough, and I guess we were kind of forced into doing that a couple of years ago with being in a bit of a tough spot, but when you look at it, it's kind of been a bit of a silver lining, get all the kids through, so it's been good.
You're obviously here, you've been here for a while, obviously there were some dark days at this club not too long ago. Like, it's obviously come a long way in those few years.
Yes, I mean, I think my first year was 2013 here, and that was the first year that Westie came back down from the top division, and I'd been at Jaffa, so I came over and I was just sort of playing, and just that was all I came here for, just to play. And whilst I did a bit of that, I started to see some of those guys start to come in as well, the young kids, and there's no doubt about it, we had a real tough year there. I think we had was it 8 days to find 14 or 15 new players, or we were basically not going to be a club anymore or go right down the division. So luckily we got there, and as you said, there was some pretty lean years, some not so favourable results that have been there, and that was sort of hard to shake off. But yeah, when you get out the other side like we are now, it's probably been worthwhile, I think.
Yeah. Obviously a lot of help has come in from the fact that there's so many parents that want to put their hand up and help out the committee, help out the volunteers here at the club. Yeah,
definitely. And that's the thing. I think the biggest thing for us, when we were sort of struggling, we only had sort of 1 or 2 people trying to do everything, and we learnt the hard way that kind of wasn't working. So we've expanded the committee. I think from memory we have like 18 or 20 people now in the committee, which is really good because it means that more people can do jobs, more people can lend a hand, set up the ground. Someone that comes to mind, Matt Coverdale's come into the committee. His young bloke plays in my 15s team, and he's just been hands-on straight away, wanting to get involved, which is what we want. It's fantastic to have people that are really passionate about the club and want to help out. So more of the same would be really good, strength to strength.
I'll ask you about the Heritage Cup. Obviously, Minmire coming into it, I have
yes,
heard a rumour.
I believe they are. Yep, that's right.
So
my good old friend Lockie Shroom's coaching down there, and I actually played at Minmire last year before I did my knee in when they were in A grade. So yeah, good to see how they go this year.
Be interesting to see Minmai versus West Wallsend.
Oh, I'd love to see it if we could get it. Wouldn't mind a packed out Wembley Hill with probably, I'd say it'd be nearly 50-50 the crowd. Minmai got a fair few loyal fans that sort of get to the games now. So yeah, we'd love to see it if it happens. And I'm really keen to see how they go. Like I said, Lockie's coaching down there. I think there's a few ex-Westie boys that have made their way down there, which is good. So I have a very good feeling that they'll be competitive this year. So
yeah, I asked Slade sort of what the goal was, and he said the goal is to win the Heritage Cup here at West Wallsend and bring it back to this trophy cabinet.
That certainly wouldn't be a bad idea. We've got a few behind us there, which is good. And yeah, definitely. I think it depends on what those sort of NPL sides do. You see they sort of rotate their squads a little bit, and I think we've had a bit of exposure to some of those NPL teams in trial games, and we will do with sort of the 20s and some of those fringe players. And I think we give a good account of ourselves if everyone's there and playing to their best. So why not? You've got to be in it to win it. So yeah, definitely got to be the aim.
You've obviously got the Finn Carney Cup coming up against Barnsley. That's down there at Barnsley this year.
Yes. So that's at Taylor Park. I think it is. I can't quite remember the date. It might be the 24th of February from memory or somewhere around there. So yeah, we've got to try and retain that one, which would be good, and be good to sort of catch up with Carney and all the boys down there. I know there's a lot of mates between the two clubs and a bit of banter and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, another big test in pre-season. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Probably final question, what would be the selling point here at West Wallsend over other clubs? This is a family club, strong culture. You know, it's not a big money team. It's not really, there's not much of a budget here to spend on players. So it's just all about that culture and all about that general Westie spirit.
Oh, I think yeah, you got to sell it as it's definitely a family club. We've got a whole heap of like brothers here and family members that are in the committee and that sort of thing. I think you sell people on the way the ground is. It's like absolute carpet out here at the moment. There's a lot of work being put into the facility. Not least, we're trying to still improve it as well and get other things in here at the moment. Definitely there's opportunities to play and progress through the grades, but I think as well, you mentioned, we haven't had the biggest budget, which is true, but I think the last couple of years we've been working really hard and smart to try and make sure that we can spend our money where we need it. We're definitely in a better financial situation than we were probably 3 or 4 years ago when you mentioned those dark days, and it's just about little steady steps, I think, in the right direction and making sure that there is money for what we need and what's essential and that sort of thing, rather than just trying to fix our problems with buying players, I guess, because we've got plenty of good ones coming through. So
all the very best of luck, mate, for season.
Thank you very much. You too. Looking forward to it.
Oh, it's so hot.
It's warm, isn't it?
I better do an intro before I forget.
Yeah. Might be
We'll introduce him. Broadside.
Honestly, can't kick this far. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, Joey.
You got angry when you caught this ball. That's so terrible.
Oh, Joe!
I'll go, mate, I'll hit it.
Careful with the ball.
I'll go the other ball and catch it.
Yeah, mate, that one's flat. Nah, of course me. Everyone else is really close.
Ready out of the bunker. Matty Turner's just kicked up the fuck nose.
Bailey, look at that.
Fuck on,
Okay, we've got to be more accurate than that.
Good, that's what I appreciate Trent got.